Section 5, Radical Results, Chapter 19, Production. My brothers, it's time for us to jump into the 4 production strategies inside this conversation of radical results, which are production strategy number 1, identify the results as you want. Production strategy number 2, clarify the obstacles in the way of getting the results. Production strategy number 3, create the solutions to the obstacles. And production strategy number 4, do the fucking work. Here we go. Production strategy number 1, identify the results that you want. Identifying the results that you want sounds super simple because it is, but it's not easy. Isn't that crazy when something's super simple, but it's not easy? It's not easy because the game of complexity you create around your life with the lies and bullshit, the chaos and confusion and the agendas of everybody else. It's not easy because it's a rare thing when a man has created the space big enough and long enough to ask himself the question, what do I truly want? Now, I know I've already mentioned this experience within my own before how much I struggle to answer this question. But as you've discovered inside of your own life, what you want are changes. Whether it's due to unforeseen obstacles that have been placed in your path or achieving what you've always thought to be achievable and having to set a new, larger target to obtain. This is a question that you'll be asked the rest of your life. Why do I know this? Because I've experienced it myself. I found myself sitting in a room as a student between 2006 and 2007. The business trainer stood in front of me asking the same questions over and over. What do you want? I would give him an answer and he would ask, why do you want that? I would say something, he would ask, why do you want that? Why do you really want? He just kept stripping away all the bullshit until I arrived at the most straightforward core game of what I wanted to appear. The first strategy you've got to start applying inside the game of getting results is to identify the results that you want. When building a house, you're not going to just randomly start digging a hole, hoping it's going to be the right size. The land gets surveyed, measured, and then the location becomes identified for the crew to come in and build upon. The same concept goes for your results, regardless of what they're about. You're going to have to slow down enough to not just create the space, but to analyze inside of that question. You're going to have to look at the conversations of body, being, balance, and business and ask, what do I really want? Many of you reading this have never permitted yourself to ask that question. The first time I was asked that question, I realized I had never once considered that my life could be built by merely identifying what I wanted. I was pursuing so much in life across body, being, balance, and business, but it was not coordinated flow. It was like this weird hodgepodge, this random potluck where everybody brings a casserole and you share the food on the buffet table that fills with things that don't mix and match well, potato salad next to lasagna, which has been nestled next to some weird green jello with shredded bits of carrots in it. Totally a real dish. And a platter of tacos nearby. Even though each of these dishes worked, well, except the carrot jello, you're left wondering how it all showed up. That's how my life was. It was a hodgepodge potluck. But I wanted some order in my life. I wanted to toss out the carrot jello and lasagna so I could stick with the potato salad to go with the sandwiches and watermelon. I wanted results that were predictable and sustainable. I wanted them across the board. Production strategy number 2, clarify the obstacles in the way of getting results. You've got to accept the fact that there are going to be obstacles in the way of getting what you want. Identifying what those obstacles are is a massive breakthrough in and of itself. There's so much awareness around. First, what you want. Second, what the obstacle is in the way. Yes, once you know what you want, it's time to ask a compelling question. What is the obstacle that stands between me and the thing that I say I want? As you identify and clarify those obstacles, which typically are going to be many, extracting 4 that are going to take on. Obstacle number 1, obstacle number 2, obstacle number 3, and obstacle number 4. And you'll continue to do this with every target that you say you want. Production strategy number 3, create the solutions to the obstacles. The more we break down how to achieve these results, the more you're going to see that none of this exists in Warrior is rocket science. First, you know what you want. Second, you identify the obstacle you need to deal with. And the third step is to create a strategic solution. Look at these 2 words, strategic solution. Strategic means you thought it out. You spent some hard time in thinking. This sounds simple enough, but the reality is most men don't want to spend hard time thinking. They want to have solutions quick, or they want to click on something and have it happen right away. When it comes to making sure that you get what you want, you're going to have to spend some time actually thinking on these obstacles. Inside of that thinking time, you must come to some decisions. They're simple enough, but still require strategy in order for you to see them through from one step to the next as you declare, I'm going to put together a sequence of A plus B plus C plus D. The sequence of getting the outcome you want comes about by strategically creating a solution to the obstacles in the way. You're not going to just stand around and hope that some shit's going to work out. You put executable strategy in place. Without sequential strategy, most guys don't know what they want. Most guys, even once they know what they want, have no clue how to approach the obstacles that are in the way. They get wholly ambushed and surprised by this. Creating strategic solutions to deal with the obstacles is how high-level players inside of Warrior work, so that nothing stands in your way between turning your desires into results. Production strategy number 4, do the fucking work. This final strategy is a statement that resides in everything we do inside of Warrior. Do the fucking work so that you can get what you want, period. There is no luck, no blessing behind your results. I bring that up because so many people think that somehow results are some function of luck or a blessing from God. That somehow they're just the, quote, right kind of person and they are righteous enough to be blessed with the results. Nope. You were blessed because you have a body and a mind to be alive. That's it. There you go. There's your blessing. That means everybody's blessed to be alive, and inside of that, what you do next is on you. No luck, no blessing. We're not looking for blessings or luck here at Warrior. We're looking to go to work and do what is required to get what we want.